Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before we start today's video, I'd like to shout out Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Alright, welcome back to the channel everyone. Well, I already welcomed you, but this is another welcome. As you guys saw, we are sponsored. Ta-da! It's been a very exciting couple weeks, I would say. There's a lot coming to the channel. You guys really should subscribe. By the way, there's 70% or 77, I think, percent of people watch my videos are not subscribed. So let's change that, please. It's my birthday month. Come on, give me that. Drop a like, please. You guys already saw the title of today's video. I'm gonna talk about, I get asked all the time how I can afford my bikes at a young age and stuff like that, which I'll actually make a dedicated video. This is not like a finance, it's a motorcycle channel, you know? I do this for fun because I enjoy filming and I enjoy riding, and I combined the two, and here I am with a YouTube channel. I just want you to guys understand me a little bit more and pretty much what happened through my journey ever since I started YouTube. Alright, let's start from about right when I started the YouTube channel. I started the YouTube channel initially just for the hell of it, right when I bought this bike, the Ninja H2. And honestly, I started just for fun. I wanted to document me buying my dream bike. I think I was I 21 or 22? I think I was 22. I bought that bike, the Ninja H2, on my birthday actually. I skipped my whole birthday because I had to go out of state to get it. So 8 to 10 hours, I believe, of my birthday were on the road trying to go buy that Ninja H2. So it was definitely an experience, and I just wanted to document that. And yeah, then I made a few videos on the H2 for YouTube because I feel like there wasn't as many H2 videos on YouTube. And that's pretty much how the channel started, honestly. It's been fun. I didn't take it seriously. I do modeling as my main career, if you guys want to say that. I do a lot of different gigs and jobs that get me income, but my main job is modeling. Fast forward the topic of today's video. Yeah, I bought my full carbon fiber Panigale V4S. It was a dream bike of mine, you know. At that point, I had the Ninja H2 and I had my Yamaha R1M, which to me was like, whoa, I don't have just one really cool bike, but I have two. And I have this group on Instagram that we just go around on rides and we hang out. We're just a bunch of friends and stuff like that. And I found that V4S full carbon fiber. It was really low miles. I think it had under 2,000 or around 2,000. I don't really remember. But low miles, full carbon fiber V4. Are you kidding me? That's a dream bike. And honestly, it was a great deal. I ended up sending that post to the group as a joke, and I was like, hey, should I send it on this full carbon V4S? And everyone was like, no way, this is so cool, you should definitely do it, blah blah blah. It was a joke. It was a good deal, but it was still really expensive, so I wasn't kind of very sure about it, you know what I mean? But screw it, I wanted my dream trio, which now we have a little upgrade that I'm gonna get into after. But the V4s, the Ducatis, were definitely a dream bike of mine. They're just, I don't know if I could justify the price. That's the only thing about them. The H2 is definitely worth the price. You know, MSRP, the H2 is $30,000. Yeah, there's markups and it's hard to get, blah, 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 way harder than a V4. But keep in mind, a V4S I think is $28,000 or $29,000 MSRP. That's a V4S, not even the R. So I'm you know, it just doesn't make sense to me. I know the R1M is about $26,000 MSRP, 25, 26, but at least that bike is way better on maintenance and stuff like that, and getting parts for it. It's not as expensive as premium as a Ducati. Ducati has an expensive price tag, expensive to maintain. They're known to be not as reliable as the R1Ms, which I could argue that is kind of true. You know, the R1s are very reliable and they're very fun to ride. So I just it didn't make as much sense as these two bikes. But I was like, you know what? I love sending it, you know what I mean? I'm very spontaneous and I just decided to full send it. And what do you know, within literally the idea got stuck in my head. I think within like a week, I ended up getting that bike, surprising all my friends. Unfortunately, that bike, for the people that are new to the channel, people that tell me to wear gear all the time, I actually totaled that carbon fiber V4S, and all my dreams went with it. No, I'm just messing around. So yeah, that bike altogether, I bought it and I still put a bunch of parts on it. I think it cost me about like $30,000 to $35,000, which is a crazy good deal. As I said, it's super low miles. A Panigale V4S alone is about $30,000 or $32,000. So I got a full carbon fiber one with an Acro full exhaust system, an up map, like pretty much dialed in. I did make it look nicer. I wanted to put rear sights on it and stuff like that. So the bike was about like $30,000 to $35,000. I've been riding for, at that time, about like 4-ish years. I bought the bike cash. So I was waiting for the title and registration to come in the mail. And then I was gonna go to AAA, which I wanted to do my insurance through. And I would just go there with my papers and get the bike like transferred to under my name, and at the same time do the insurance. So I was like, you know, I'll just wait for the papers to get insurance. I don't need to rush to get the insurance. So I just pretty much didn't want to do 2 trips. And oh boy, I was like, yeah, I've been riding for 4 years. I've never been down. You know, I wasn't worried. Long story short, this exact same day that I got my title, registration, and stuff like that. And yeah, I got them that same day, but I got them I think a little bit late, or I knew about it a little bit late. So I was gonna do it the day after, like take the bike, get it transferred to under my name and do the insurance and all that stuff. That exact same night, there was a car meet that we decided to go to, and on the way back, I was riding a little too fast. I went down, the bike got totaled. I shattered my thumb. That is still like messed up till this day. Broke my hip. I still have a bunch of road rash. That's actually why I keep wearing those ripped jeans. I think this side is actually kind of good. This side was more surface. This side was deeper, like a chunk of my knee was taken out. So I think I have some sort of like maybe nerve damage or something, because every time I wear something and like if it rubs on it, like jeans or anything like that, it's really painful. Like I did that track day not too long ago, I think in November, which was about 3-4 months ago. And I thought I healed enough and I wore like a layer under it. I didn't just wear the suit right on it, you know, I wore something like soft under it, like a liner. And it hurt a little bit, but the adrenaline kicked in and I didn't really pay too much attention on it. But by the time I got back from the track, it was like horrible. It was like raw and it wasn't good. So, you know, now I'm resting it. I want to be 100% before I do another track day or anything like that. You know, like I haven't felt that low in a very long time. And I'm sure you guys can understand, because I lost about $30,000 to $35,000 since I didn't have insurance. Also, I couldn't ride, I couldn't work out, I couldn't work, make money. I couldn't do anything for like a few months because I was just down recovering. But, you know, this is kind of like where I say it's somewhat motivational, is because like whenever stuff like that happen to you guys, just like try to focus your attention to something else, you know, because you never know what's gonna happen. And that's exactly what I did, you know, like even though I was like feeling down and all that, like I had that dream bike, a full carbon fiber V4S, for 3 weeks and destroyed one of my dream bikes. You know, it was like my dream trio that got ruined. I literally have a video of me of that same night when I got that bike. I was chilling in the garage with all 3 of my bikes because I was so excited and it was so unreal for me. Yeah, I just remember like how sad I was because I lost that bike, and I also lost about $30,000 to $35,000 and like work that I needed to do that I couldn't do because of my injuries. So a lot happened, you know, I mean, and it really slowed down my life. But what I want you to guys take away from this is that like what I did, instead of just like sitting on the couch and just being sad and depressed, instead I shifted my focus towards YouTube. I was like, look, I filmed like a lot of videos, you know. I used to just go out and film. I didn't post videos, but just go out and film. I was like, I have a lot of videos. This is like the perfect time for me to take it. I actually took YouTube a little bit more seriously. Like, I think right before I got the V4S, I started posting more regularly. I think I was posting like 2 to 5 times a week, which is pretty regularly for a new YouTuber with under 1,000 subs. And I think we hit 1,000 subs right before my accident. So, you know, like at the same, like that affected me too, because I'm like, dang, like, you know, I just hit 1,000 subs, I just got monetized, I really want to film, create content with my new bike and stuff like that. What happened is that I decided to take YouTube more seriously. You know, I bought like a professional editing software, and I use Final Cut Pro right now. I used to use something for free, I forgot what it was, like Shotcut or something like that. So if you want to start making videos, yeah, you can start for free on Shotcut. That's what I started on, and I just started cranking out videos. I was like, since my accident in June, I made a goal from June till December, I have to, no matter what, post 5 videos every single week. That's pretty much a full-time job, if you guys don't know, because I do everything by myself. I have to film, I have to edit, I have to come up with ideas, like just everything, you know what I mean? I have to host events, host rides, stuff like that, just so I can get content. So I did everything by myself. Keep in mind, at that time, I could barely move, you know, I was like, literally, the road rash was so bad. I always tell people road rash is worse than breaking bones, because I couldn't sleep. All my sides were like burning, so I couldn't even lay down and be comfortable. You know, I had to like slowly move throughout the night, and my sleep was horrible for like 2 months or something like that. Even though the doctors told me not to ride, I actually hopped on the R1M for the first time, I think after 5 weeks or 6 weeks. So like about a month and a half, I was like, you know what, whatever. I didn't want that accident to like keep me down. You know, this is my passion, this is what I like doing, and especially because I just hit like those numbers on YouTube, I was like, I can't quit now, you know, that's not an option. So what I did is I hopped on the R1M just to get a feel for it. It was so exciting. I remembered like when I started riding, and I was like, you get that sense of freedom, you know, you're on a bike, and it just felt so good. Even though I had my cast on, I had to wear shorts because I couldn't have nothing touch any of my road rash. And I just took it like extremely slow, just, you know, be safe, away from cars and stuff like that. I just wanted to be on a bike pretty much. And fast forward and ever since then, I kept my word. I made 5 videos every single week for you guys. Not gonna lie, it was very challenging, especially when I was down, and in winter also it's even more challenging, because I know it doesn't snow and we can still ride, but when it's 40s, like 40 something degrees, 50 something degrees, nobody wants to ride around that time. There's no events going on, no other riders that want to ride, so it was really hard getting content by myself. After all that, fast forward to November, a very big month. I've seen the comments. Ever since since I crashed like in June till November, so many people wanted me to get a Panigale V4. Doesn't matter what, V4, V4S, they wanted me to get a Ducati, and I wanted to get a Ducati really bad too, because come on, I literally got a tease of that Panigale, and I was like, dang, I really want another one, like really, really bad. It was kind of meant to be. So V4Rs, that was always like my dream bike next to the H2. These two were my top dream bikes, and I was like, you know what, like maybe this is time, like I'm gonna take a risk for the channel, to grow the channel. And I didn't care about the consequences. I'm a risk taker, and that's exactly what I did. I was like, you know what, it's a very expensive bike, but I don't even care, I'm just gonna send it. And I took it as a sign, because they're pretty rare. There's not that many V4Rs. I think 1,000 were made worldwide, because they made 500 in 2019 and 500 in 2020 worldwide. So a total of 1,000 worldwide. And I think within like 1-2 weeks, I saw 4 for sale. And I was like, dang, like that never happens. I tried to get one, didn't work. The other ones weren't priced right, or the mileage wasn't right, and then I found this one right here, and it was like 8 hours away across state, and I was like, again, I wasn't working much at that point. YouTube was like my main source of income, which wasn't that much in comparison to how much I used to make, especially where I live. It's really expensive here, so you can't survive off of like one simple source of income, you know what I mean? You should have multiple streams of income, and that's how you can afford to live comfortably here. I called them, and they're like, yeah, you're approved and the bike is ready for you. Do you want us to prep it for you? I was like, dang. That was like, I think on a Friday, like around 5 p.m. or something like that, right before they close and stuff like that. And they're like, yeah, it was on a Friday. And then I was like, yeah, sure, when can I come pick it up? They're like, we close Sunday, Monday, just like most motorcycle dealerships and shops and stuff like that. So I had 2 choices: either pack up my stuff and leave that same night so I can get there in the morning with no sleep, or wait until they reopen on Tuesday, blah, blah, blah. Again, I'm spontaneous, and it couldn't wait. I was like, I can like, you know, I didn't want to overthink it. You know, I was like, I'm already ready to take the risk, so I'm like, let's do it. I called my friend, told him to come with, and we made it like kind of like a road trip. Literally drove that same, I think we left at like midnight or something like that. We got there at like 8, 9 in the morning, no sleep. I had to drive all the way there like 7, 8 hours or something like that. Probably it was longer because we had to stop and charge because I drive a Tesla. And I got there, saw the bike for the first time, and I was like, I can't believe this is happening, you know? Finalized the deal, picked up the bike, and I was super excited, but also I was so worried because it's such a more expensive and nicer bike that I didn't want to, you know, something to happen to it. Learned from my mistake, got insurance right away. I had a light smoke visor, didn't want to risk any of that stuff, didn't even want to ride it at night. So by the time we finalized, got food and all that, started getting dark, we were supposed to ride back same day. Now I was like, no, there's no way, because if we started the ride back, it was already like around 4 or 5, because sunset was earlier around that time in November. And I was like, dang, I do not want to ride back like 8 to 10 hours at night the whole way. And I'm so tired, no sleep, just, I didn't want to risk it. So we ended up getting an Airbnb with a garage, so the bike is safe in there. I spent the night over, woke up the morning after, and then 10 hours ride on the way back. And that's how I acquired my beautiful V4R. Now let's talk about the price, because that's the title of the video, right? So we said the first bike was about $35,000. This bike was $40,000 pretty much. So far I've spent about $20,000 in parts just on this bike. I've never done this. Like, I spent, I think, about like $15,000 on the H2, 10 to 15, something like that. Including labor. This is probably like not even including labor, around $20,000 just in parts. So let's just say it's $40,000 bike to make it easier. 60, and I'm not even done building it. I already bought a bunch of new parts, and I have a lot of parts I need to put on, so all that labor, stuff like that. The bike is going to be around $70,000 when it's complete and done, so another like $10,000. And I already have a lot of these parts that I ordered coming in. I'm just, the 20,000 parts, those are just the parts that are like on the bike, besides all the stuff that I'm getting. Yeah, it's a lot. And then with, like, let's just say about $25,000 to $30,000, literally just to build the V4R. And the bike alone, which I got for an amazing deal. $40,000 for that bike. Only had like, what, 2,000 miles or something like that? It's a really good deal, because the bike MSRP's for $40,000, and usually they mark them up because they are limited and rare, and with taxes, blah blah blah. So the bike is usually around $50,000. So I got pretty much $10,000 off. So $10,000 bike, about, by the time it's done, it's gonna be like about $70,000. And then let's just say 30K for the other bike instead of 35. So we're kind of averaging out. That's about $100,000 in Ducatis. In literally between June and November, so not even half a year, in 5 months, I have spent $100,000 on Ducati, specifically the full carbon V4S, and well, this one is about to be full carbon V4R, but with a twist. You guys will see when I do the reveal and when the bike is complete. And that's also why I'm not adding it to the intro yet, because let's just say I have a lot of plans coming up, and I want that intro to be complete with all my plans. So you guys should be excited for that. But yeah, that's pretty much the story of how everything ended up happening. I don't want to spoil too much, but I might be buying a bike or two very soon. Maybe I already bought them, I don't know. You guys will know a lot about this stuff very, very, very soon. And also, I will be hosting a meet, I believe, this weekend. But follow me on Instagram to know all the details about me hosting meets and stuff like that, and bike reveals and rides and stuff like that, because I know people ask me about those every now and then. If you guys want me to get more into the financing aspect and maybe help you get your dream bike at a younger age, you know, that's definitely a video that I can do in the future, and I can help you guys out on how to kind of like manage and get your finances. By no means I'm good with finances, because like, I'm gonna be honest, I spend like almost all of my money on my bikes. You know, it's my passion, I like it, and it's what makes me happy. So like, I don't see a point of me just having a bunch of money sitting in my account. I'd rather have fun with it, you know what I mean? So that's how I see things. Some people will not be happy about that. Some people might think I'm stupid, but I honestly do not care at all. I do what makes me happy, and that's the most important thing, you know what I mean? And yeah, just remember, like when you're feeling low and stuff like that, don't give up. Try to channel whatever emotions you have into something else. I mean, look what happened. I channeled all my feelings and the fact that I was sitting, not being able to do nothing, focused it all on YouTube, and that downtime that I had when I was recovering from my injuries. I grew my YouTube enough to realize that, hey, I can take this seriously now, you know what I mean? Like, it's grown to a point where I'm like, I can make this a thing. And look at us now, like from June, I had like what, about 1,000 subs, if even. And yeah, June, I think I had about 1,000 subs, and now we're in March when I'm filming this, my birthday month. Subscribe, please. I think we just went over 275,000. So like, it's very impressive. My goal is by June, hopefully, I mean, I'm pretty sure we can break 300K. We can do that this month, right? It's definitely crazy. Just kind of like, don't give up, honestly, and just do what feels right, you know? Like, I combined two passions. I always liked filming and I liked motorcycles, combined them together, and I did it for fun. I didn't do it to be famous. I didn't do it to make money or try to be rich or anything. I didn't do it for the wrong reasons, you know? I just did it because I enjoyed it and it's a passion of mine, and it paid off. So yeah, that's kind of like my message to everyone and the topic of this video. And besides that, I do have plans for the future. I'll spill a little bit something. I don't plan on releasing merch anytime soon, but if I did, I will definitely be using Squarespace. Squarespace gives people a powerful and beautiful online platform from which to create your own website. It helps you connect with your audience and generate revenue through gated members-only content, manage your members, and send email communications and leverage audience insight, all in one easy platform. You can create a community on Squarespace, which is what I'm trying to do when I start my clothing business, and it's made for all your e-commerce needs. Make sure to go to squarespace.com/amk to get 10% off your first website or domain. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I can't talk. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and let me know. I have so many videos, exciting videos that are coming up, so make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications, because trust me, you're gonna have a good time. Other than that, I'm out. Peace out and ride safe.